Hello.
Hi. Picture a future where the only wildlife left is stuffed into a museum, and the only greenery you can find is in a botanical garden. It is a bleak reality, but it is closer than you think. Our planet's biodiversity is rapidly declining, and if we don't take action now, we risk losing our most valuable natural resources forever. So sit up, listen well, because today I'm here to tell you why we must act fast to preserve our planet's biodiversity for the sake of sustainable development and the survival of our species. As someone who homesteads and plants natively, I've gained a first-hand appreciation for the value of biodiversity in our everyday lives. Through my own experiences, I've come to understand the importance of preserving our planet's natural resources for sustainable development. I'm here today to share my journey with you and to encourage you to join me in taking small but meaningful steps towards protecting the biodiversity of our planet. As members of the community, we have a responsibility to protect our planet's natural resources for future generations. As our planet faces increasing environmental challenges, it is more important than ever that we take action to preserve our natural resources and protect the delicate balance of our ecosystems. In this speech, I will discuss why biodiversity is essential for sustainable development, the impact of human activity on our planet's ecosystems, and what we can do as individuals to make a difference. Whether you're a homesteader, a gardener, or just someone who cares about the environment, there are small but meaningful steps that we can all take to protect our planet's biodiversity. So, without further ado, let's get started. As I mentioned earlier, the need to preserve biodiversity and promote sustainable development is urgent. In this next segment, I will explain why this issue is so important and the impact of human activities on our planet's ecosystem. We need to preserve the biodiversity that we have left in the world. Despite the crucial roles that biodiversity plays in our daily lives, we are currently facing a biodiversity crisis on a scale never seen before in human history. According to the International Union for the Conservation of Nature, 1 million plant and animal species are threatened with extinction, and this number is only increasing. The loss of biodiversity is not just a problem for the environment, it's a serious threat to our own survival. As human activity continues to degrade our planet's ecosystems, we risk losing our most valuable natural resources forever. One of the primary causes of the biodiversity loss is human activity. As the world's population continues to grow, we are placing increasing pressure on our planet's ecosystems through activities such as deforestation, overfishing, pollution, and climate change. These activities have a significant impact on the biodiversity of our planet, leading to the extinction of many plant and animal species. Additionally, the exploitation of natural resources for economic gain often comes at the expense of the biodiversity conservation. As a result, it's crucial that we take action to address the root causes of biodiversity loss and promote sustainable development practices that respect the delicate balance of our planet's ecosystem. Many of the medicines we use today have been derived from plant species that are now threatened or endangered due to habitat loss and overharvesting. For example, the rosy periwinkle plant from Madagascar has been used to develop drugs for leukemia and Hodgkin's disease. Without these plant species, we may not have access to the life-saving medicines that we rely on today. Human activity is the primary cause of biodiversity loss, but the good news is that we have the power to make positive changes to protect our planet's natural resources. We can start by protecting and restoring habitats, practicing sustainable land use, and supporting sustainable development. One of the most effective ways to preserve biodiversity is by protecting natural habitats and restoring degraded ones. This includes initiatives such as reforestation, wetland restoration, and marine conservation. By promoting a sustainable development practices such as renewable energy, green infrastructure, and sustainable tourism, we can ensure that economic growth is balanced with environmental protection. Studies have shown that by protecting natural habitats and restoring degraded ones, it can have a significant impact on biodiversity conservation. For example, research conducted by the World Wildlife Fund found that restoring degraded coral reefs can lead to a 250% increase in fish biomass within just 5 years. Additionally, a study published in the Journal of Nature found that protecting half of the planet's land and oceans could help to prevent the extinction of 1 million species. Supporting sustainable development practices can help to ensure that economic growth is balanced with environmental protection. For example, a report by the International Renewable Energy Agency found that investing in renewable energy can help to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and protect biodiversity. Now that we've explored some solutions to the issues of biodiversity loss, let's take a moment to see what it would be like with and without individual action. With our solutions, we can maintain the delicate balance of our planet's ecosystems and protect our natural resources for future generations. Without these solutions, we risk catastrophic consequences. With the solutions in place, we can ensure that the delicate balance of our planet's ecosystem is maintained and that our natural resources are protected for future generations. This means that we will have access to clean air, water, and food, and we will be able to enjoy the benefits of a diverse, healthy ecosystem. We will have a sustainable economy that is balanced with environmental protection, and we will be able to enjoy a high quality of life without compromising the ability of future generations to do the same. In contrast, life without these solutions could be catastrophic. The loss of biodiversity could lead to the collapse of ecosystems, which could have far-reaching consequences for our planet's climate, economy, and human health. We could see a decline in crop yields, leading to food shortages and increased malnutrition. We could also see an increase in human-wildlife conflict as animals are forced into urban areas due to this habitat loss. Ultimately, without taking action to preserve biodiversity and promote sustainable development, we risk losing our most valuable natural resources forever and putting our own survival at risk. Now, let's look into what we can do to contribute to a better future. By taking individual action, we can make great strides for the future of biodiversity. There are many ways to get involved. You could get involved with local conservation organizations. Many local organizations are working to preserve biodiversity and promote sustainable development. By volunteering or donating to these organizations, you can help make a difference in your own community. Here are some possible organizations to consider: the Nature Conservancy, World Wildlife Fund, and Conservation International. You can support sustainable businesses. By supporting businesses that prioritize sustainability and biodiversity conservation, you can make a difference with your purchasing power. Look for products that are certified by organizations such as the Forest Stewardship Council, FSC, or Rainforest Alliance, which ensure that products are sustainably sourced. Let's recap. Preserving biodiversity and promoting sustainable development is critical for ensuring a healthy planet and a sustainable future. By understanding the causes and consequences of biodiversity loss and taking practical steps to make a difference, we can create a better world for ourselves and for future generations. Imagine a world where the skies are bluer, the oceans are clearer, and the forests are alive with the sounds of wildlife. A world where we live in harmony with nature and our natural resources are protected for future generations. It's not a fantasy. It's within our reach. By taking action to preserve biodiversity and promote sustainable development, we can create a world that is not just sustainable, but magical. So let's wave our wands and make it happen. Now you guys gotta come back into the camera.